So, Mr. Prime Minister, take him mic tomorrow night. Tell the people of the country the nomination day is August 18 and election day is September 3. Call the election.
A few moments later.
I now declare that nomination day will be Monday, August 18. The general election date is fixed at Wednesday, September 3.
Andrew Holness run out of time. Him couldn't hold the date no longer. If you realize, people, Andrew Holness called the election on the final day. That is when the time would expired for the general election. So him wait until the last day when it expired. Which me did know from about a week ago that the general election would be on the 3rd of September and the nomination day would be on the 18th. Because there is a file that leak with every information in it, including the Jamaican Labour Party internal poll, along with a map, people, that show that the Jamaican Labour Party are losing by far. Even Andrew Holness' seat are in trouble. You hear what I say, people? Even Andrew Holness' seat are in trouble. Juliet Holness are lose by far. Juliet Holness are lose by far. Whole heap of them, people. Whole heap of them are lose by far. Me can tell you that, people. So that file leak with the general election date as well. That is why Dr. Dayton Campbell could be able to tell you that the general election would be held on the 3rd of September and nomination day on the 18th. You understand, people? But people, if you don't like and share this video yet, people, may I ask you if you like and share this video, because trust me, Jamaican Labour Party in a big trouble. Now, I see them carry one big crowd of people go at them conference, right? But people, I pay the people them 20 and 30,000. 20 and 30,000 dollars. Them pay the people them along with a green shirt just to come and make up the crowd. Because Andrew Holness himself knows say him never did go get a big crowd. So them have to pay people to come represent them in the crowd. And as soon as everything finished, the people them take off the green shirt them and dash them away. Them take off the green shirt them and dash them away. Andrew Holness must think that Jamaican people are fool. For the past 10 years, this man a treat we like we are garbage. We can't even talk out of our own mouth. We don't have no freedom of speech anymore. And him really thinks that we, the people of Jamaica, did I go really vote for him? You know what the saddest part of it? The saddest part of everything is that Andrew Holness paid down to some 15, 14, and 16-year-old just for come on the campaign for make up numbers. Most of the crowd are picnic. And when you question them, why are they supporting the Jamaican Labour Party? They don't even know. They say for the fun. That is so sad. That is really bad. That is really bad. So the mother get 20,000, the picnic get 20,000. If I afford picnic, how much money that? Boy, I may tell you say, and look how much poor people, they are Jamaica. We are suffer. We need this money. But Andrew Holness failed to give them it. In fail, figure teacher and police their money. You don't see the police them. They strike on him right now. Them in a trouble. But people, make we start the video the right way. Bless up to my viewers and my subscribers them. May hope everybody having a blessed and a wonderful day. Now my viewers and my subscribers, remember, in everything you do, always put God first. In every and any situation, just always remember to call upon God. Always remember to pray, because a prayer day keep the devil away. Now my viewers and my subscribers, we have a lot coming up inside this update, so you definitely don't want to miss none. So remember, watch the video until the end. And remember, like up the video, share up the video, and subscribe to the channel. Alright? Make we run the intro and come back. We soon forward. Welcome back to my viewers and my subscribers them. Big up to all of my viewers, big up to all of my subscribers them. We continually support the channel and I help the channel to grow. Now people, remember to like and share this video. Remember to like and share this video and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed as yet. Now my viewers and my subscribers, the date has been announced. The election day will be on the 3rd of September. But the question is, why did Andrew Holness wait until school open back to call the general election? Now school is going to open on the 1st of September. The 2nd of September, they're going to be preparing for general election. The 3rd of September, they are going to use the school them as polling station. The 4th of September will be celebration when the people go back to school. So the kids are going to miss 1 week from school, from the starting week of school. 1 full week. Andrew Holness prefer no say him keep in Emancipation and Independent Day celebration and put off the pity them education. Put off school, that is to show you know. Andrew Holness don't care zero about our children. Now, let me show you something now people. After school open on the 1st of September and the election day German and all of that, maybe you know people, maybe all 2 weeks time you know, school now open back you know. This man is such a national disgrace, and when them done, them talk about them believe in a education. What education you believe in? When you have the whole year to call the general election, and then you turn around call the general election when school is open back. When the kids them supposed to go back to school, you want to call the general election. You is a national disgrace. Now you have one little brother over there in St. Elizabeth. I wonder how people even listen to Floyd Green. Much more for even vote for Floyd Green. People, remember from the burial money coming now. $63.8 billion come for burial, you know. Plus more, plus they sign some contract where people forget house and sit, you know. Uno get none yet? Uno get none yet? So how Floyd Green want uno for vote for him? Listen to what Floyd Green had to say, people. Check him out.
Southwest St. Elizabeth Labourites. As I got ready to come to the meeting today, my 12-year-old son said to me, "Daddy, what is the difference between the Jamaica Labour Party and the PNP?" I said, "Son, the PNP continuously laments the condition of the poor, but have done nothing tangible to fix it. While the Labour Party take action through education, healthcare and agriculture to move the poor from poverty to prosperity." I said, "Son, most of the utterances of the PNP is wrapped up in propaganda. Them attack people and try to tear down people, while the Labour Party focus on ideas, vision and action."
Now just imagine you are talking to your own little son because your son asks you a question and deserve a honest answer. And you, Floyd Green, tell your son so much lie. So much lies. You tell your own son. Can you imagine how your son are going to lie when he get big? Can you imagine the amount of lie where your son are going to tell whenever him get big? Because Floyd Green, if you can practice to tell your son so much lie, what you think are going to happen? Your son are going to lie and him are going to thief Because every liar is a thief. So your son, I go copy the lie them from you. Learn to tell lie and learn to thief, because you're a thief too, Floyd Green. You and your prime minister are thief, So you, I go teach your son how to tell lie and how to thief. Floyd Green, Labourite have not done anything for this country over the past 10 years, more than rob the poor. Everybody a cry. Down to the baby palm breast a cry. They want to get rid of who no. Down to the baby palm breast, no say Andrew Holness is a liar, a thief, a criminal, and a dictator. And you, Floyd Green, when you they come in politics, you say you they can represent the people and because of corruption. And you need it to stop. But yet still, you come and join the team of corruption. And have been a corruption from then. So Floyd Green, you can't talk about the People's National Party and talk about moving the country forward. Because under Funo government, the country is going backward. Right in our hole, the country take time creep to go drop off. So don't talk. Because you sound like some big clown. Anyway, you have Juliet Holness. Somebody we have not done anything for her constituency. No water, no in the constituency. The road a disgrace in our constituency. Plus she treat the people like the people are garbage in our constituency. Listen what she go up on stage go say.
Our leader is a respectful man and he has deep love for the people of Jamaica. He is respectful to the Jamaican people. You don't hear him calling anybody lick a man or lick a lady, describing Jamaicans as damn fools. That is not Andrew Holness.
Hey!
Wow.
They're dunce,
Oh
they're
my God.
dark, and they're stupid.
I wonder if Juliet Holness forgets say Andrew Holness call the people of Jamaica dog. I wonder if Juliet Holness remember say they say anyway you see us the people of Jamaica, you see garbage. That simple means say we are garbage. Then call we dog, then call we garbage. And I could make a flashback. Edward Siaga did call we black scandal bag and good for nothing. So Juliet Holness, whenever you want to speak about respect, talk about your little wicked party with every Warmington when I like woman, because every single female when can cuss down to the journalists them. I chose some of them women and have no ambition. They have no ambition and they don't know their worth. That's why you see them still a jump phone. Because you don't like woman. You in the Jamaican Labour Party, down to you in the Juliet Holness. You don't respect females. And when you see how every Warmington or female deal with the females inside of this country, you have to really wonder if a man push him out. Because I could have never female push out Everal Fishy Warmington. That female I could have never a female that female born from. Your boss, your prime minister, is such a criminal. In thief till he don't even know himself. All in do is disrespect the people of Jamaica. Talking about respect. You ever hear say Mark Golding send police come beat nobody and tell them if you apologize because they speak in mind? You ever hear that? You ever hear of any of the PNP leaders them send police to go catch any pastor or any citizen of this country and tell them if you beat them and put them in front of the camera to apologize because of freedom of speech? You ever hear that? Juliet Holness, time come. Remember say you lose your seat by a wide margin, you know. Remember say you lose your seat by a wide margin. Me have the whole poll. On an internal poll leak and me have it. No forget. Just like I did have the election date from last week, me have the internal poll also. So you, Juliet Holness, no need to talk because your time then here. Time short for you right now. Just remember, time short for you right now. Now, you have one little wicked one criminal, all thief, and then call him Chang. The sleepy man. This man hate Jamaican people so much that police are kill them off and say them a gunman. And guess what? At the PNP them and they kill off now. I just the PNP them a kill off. What they when you say them kill couple Labourite up so? It was too hot. That's why them have to do it. But every day them go around and sabotage the People's National Party supporters. Over St. Mary, them a catch a whole of the young boy, them with a PNP, and them a throw them in a jail. Them a lock them up behind bars. That is what going on over there in St. Mary right now. By the man who they call him Dr. Dunn. Portland, Darrell Valls, I walk and beat the youth them over there, broke them up because them say the People's National Party. Uno a dictator. Uno a dictator and wicked and criminal. But people, I want you to listen what Horace Chang had to say. And after I listen to this, I'm going to play another video with someone from the army. I call for him to remove.
Safely, but build an economy. My friends, my colleagues, and Jamaicans across Jamaica, you have a simple decision to make in the next few days. There are two roads ahead of us. One, we have started to build public safety. You can walk, you can go to your prayer meeting again Wednesday night. You can walk to school in safety. I go to a school, you find them after send them out by taxi to far away. You can now play at nights, whether the old man play domino on the street light or the young boys play futsal. And we have started back to give permission for the parties. Because we know entertainment is a big part of Jamaica's life. It's an economic activity. And my police officer will say, yes, you can do a water party till midnight. We start again. This is how we are working to restore vibrancy in our community. And the zones of special operation, the roads are fixed. The zinc pen's gone. Garbage collection up. Drains put in place. And we're giving titles, new schools, new police stations, and opportunity to train young men. In Montego Bay and Kingston, we start, I think, to train young men in driving articulated vehicles, heavy-duty equipment. They get good money, and women can do it too.
No, people. You see how them wicked? You see how these people wicked? Horace Chang, because the election call now, you know, I going to start give back people permit to keep back them party. People free to keep party again. People, let me go now flashback. Remember in 2020, when the country locked down and they said no party, no for keep. Remember when Andrew Wallace called the election, then give back everybody permit to go keep them party, you remember? And after the election, them remove all permit again, you couldn't keep the party, you have to go back in our house, go lock up. You remember though? No, Horace Chang said the country are so safe, where kids can go out, go play, kids can walk, go to school, this and that can happen. Horace Chang, you forget say, just a few nights ago in your constituency, down a Mobile, gunmen, unalive, a policeman's wife and a policeman's son, and the policeman in a hospital, a battlefield life. You remember that? Over the past few weeks, the amount of people we get unalive. Even yesterday, broad daylight, some man running a one bar, go unalive some man, and then them take with themselves. Horace Chang, which one of the country safe for walking? Horace Chang, you come like sitting around with your head in a man. Now, you say, on a build new school. You, Horace Chang, you just say it. You say, on a build new school. Can you kindly tell me in a which one I parish them? On a build a new school? Which part? Which one of the parish on a build a new school? Imagine, you go to a Labourite rally and all you couldn't tell the people them a pure lie. Because you don't have nothing to tell the people them about that you guys have done. Nothing. You no build no school or a strong. You forget already? Or you still when you sleep? You just wake. It sound to me like you just wake. Because me no know which part of Jamaica uno build one school. Furthermore, Andrew Holness don't even refurbish a school for him going to power. Not even one. Alright, Chang. All of the school them that got destroyed in Hurricane Beryl, them still not fixed back yet. A Chapalin, uno have on top of the school them. The school them still not fixed back. Uno not fixed back none of the school them. Due to how uno hate poor people pitney. Due to how uno hate education. Andrew Holness get $6.8 billion from China. The China them give Andrew Holness $6.8 billion for build 3 STEM school. Andrew Holness go borrow an additional $30 million from the World Bank. Every information upon the internet, you can go look them up for yourself. You can go and look them up for yourself. It's on the internet. Andrew Holness borrow a further $30 million and say he's going to use that to build an additional 3 more STEM school. That would have been 6 STEM school. He said by 2025, all of these STEM school would be complete. Until today, we still don't even hear about a primary school, a basic school, much more. The 6 STEM school people. I mean, not see nobody question him about that. That's wickedness.
Ask all of you to ensure that Doreen and Isaac are with me in Garden House come election day. When the votes are counted, East and West will be returned to the column of the People's National Party. Comrades and friends, why am I standing here now? Why am I in politics? Well, Jamaica has been good for me and good to me. Born and grow here in Jamaica, born at the University Hospital, July 19, 1965. Grew up on the university campus, Mona Prep Campion, Norman Manley Law School, did some studying in England too. Came back after I finished my studies, and I've always worked in Jamaica. Built up one of the top law firms in the country. Built up 2 different companies which were listed on the Jamaica Stock Exchange. And I became financially secure. And I said I should try to serve the people of this country to the best of my ability. And here I find myself standing on the shoulders of Norman Washington Manley, the Right Excellent, Michael Joshua Manley, Percival James P.J. Patterson, and Portia Lucretia Simpson Miller, champions of the people, champions of development, champions of upliftment. My vision for Jamaica is to fix the system. The system that has hundreds of thousands of Jamaicans living on land without a title for the land. The system calls them squatters. The system does nothing to help them. The law that makes them squatters was passed by the colonial masters. We are going to change that law. The 60 years that is required before you acquire a title if you've been living on government land, we're going to change that law and reduce it to 25 years to empower and legitimize the tenure and ownership of hundreds of thousands of Jamaican people, and we will ensure they get their title. And for those who are well established on the land and have invested and built their homes but don't reach 25 years yet, don't worry. If you want to acquire the land, we'll negotiate a good price for you, a reasonable price and payment terms you can afford so you can acquire ownership. We want to build an ownership society. Our vision is a society where all Jamaicans feel part of it, first-class citizens with a stake and with opportunities for advancement. That is why, when it comes to education, we have the First in Family Scholarship Program. We know that there are so many children who do what they're supposed to do, study hard at school, keep out and away from bad company, make their parents proud, get a whole heap of subjects, qualify for university, and when it comes to the financial part of it, they can't cross it. And they end up working in a wholesale or doing some other job that is below the level that they could have had they had the opportunities they should have had. We know that education is the antidote to poverty. So we say if you are the first person in your family to have qualified for university or college, the next PNP government will give you a full scholarship so that you can attend that university or college and you can become a degree holder, somebody who is ready to enter the world of work as a fully qualified individual and therefore has opportunities open to you that you wouldn't otherwise have. The PNP is going to give you that benefit. And we're not just doing it for you, we're doing it for your families, because we expect that when you step up to that level, you will ensure that your brothers and sisters come through the same gate too. We want to end intergenerational poverty in this country, and we know education is the key. We know that many children are not attending school 5 days a week. Absenteeism is a big problem. And we know that over 30%, 3 out of 10 of the primary school children leave primary school and go to secondary school and they can't read and write. They can't do basic arithmetic. The country can't develop like that. Those children are not getting what the system should give them. So we want to fix the absenteeism problem. We're going to spend an additional $9 billion under the EASE program to ensure that every needy child can go to school and get a hot, nutritious meal every day at school, primary and secondary school. And that $9 billion will be spent with local farmers, building the agriculture industry, solving 2 problems at the same time: absenteeism and investment in agriculture. That's why we have the RIDE program, because we recognize that another reason for absenteeism is that the bus fare and taxi fare, especially in rural Jamaica, is expensive for many parents and they can't manage it 5 days a week. We're going to send out the social workers and guidance counselors to check into why the children are not attending school. And if the cost of transportation is the reason why, we under the RIDE program will provide a subsidy of $10,000 a month to those families per child, so that they can cover the cost of transportation for those children. And we will ensure that the persons providing the transportation who benefit from that are well behaved and have been checked out properly so that their children are safe to ride with them. Comrades, when it comes to housing, so many people in Jamaica would love to own their own home. But it's a dream that is not being met with the system that we have now. Michael Manley established a housing trust as a vehicle of social engineering to give Jamaicans who previously would never have had a chance to buy a house, and the trust would allow them to acquire a house. This government, even after the IMF agreements were fully completed, has continued to take $11.4 billion a year out of the National Housing Trust for every year since they've been in office since 2016. It has depleted the capital of the National Housing Trust to the point where they have to be outsourcing lending to private lenders and paying an interest rate subsidy, which is further depleting their resources. The People's National Party will end that extraction of resources from the National Housing Trust, so the National Housing Trust is financially capable of fulfilling the mandate, the original mandate of Michael Joshua Manley. We will use the National Housing Trust and other state agencies in housing to build 10,000 houses, affordable houses per year for the next 5 years. Those houses will be built on public land that is not suitable for agriculture. And we are going to make those houses available for sale to people at an affordable price, because we're not going to charge any money to them for the value of the land in the house. So when they buy the house, they get the house plus the land, but they only pay for the house. And so they will immediately have equity in that purchase, and they'll be wealthier than they were the day before they made the purchase. And for young people up to 45, If you can't afford a deposit and you've been contributing to the National Housing Trust for at least 2 years, we will establish a young person deposit fund within the National Housing Trust. And you will be able to get a grant, money you don't have to repay, $500,000 to cover the deposit on your first purchase of a house, to help you along the way to become an owner of the house. And we have the rent-to-own scheme, because we recognize many Jamaicans don't have a formal pay slip to prove their income to qualify for a mortgage. Because there could be a farmer, there could be a taxi driver or a taxi owner, there could be a hairdresser or a small shop operator. We will say you can go into one of those houses we're going to build, and you can go in as a tenant. And if you can make the rental payments for 6 months, which will be set at the level of a mortgage, we will treat those consistent payments as proof that you can service the mortgage. We will qualify you for the mortgage. You can draw down on a loan, acquire title to the house, and move from being a tenant to an owner and step up in life. That is the PNP in action. And comrades, when it comes to persons with disabilities, I grew up in a home with my parents who served the community of persons with disabilities. My father came to Jamaica in 1953 as the first orthopedic surgeon in Jamaica, the first bone specialist. After he arrived sometime after, there was a Kendall train crash. He was put in charge of the medical response, worst train accident in the history of Jamaica. Then there was a polio epidemic. He was put in charge of that. And he started what was then called the Polio Center. Later, after polio was conquered in Jamaica, it became the Mona Rehab Center near Papine in Kingston. And when my father died in 1996, P.J. Patterson blessed my family with the honor of naming that institution after my father. So it's now called the Sir John Golding Rehabilitation Center. I grew up with people who were in wheelchairs or on crutches around me. And I have always felt a sense of obligation to make the system right for them too. Because right now they are the most vulnerable in the society. Very high levels of unemployment. And so many challenges to their daily life. We had a seminar for persons with disabilities this week. I don't know if any of you heard it. It was streamed live. And when you hear the stories and the questions from the floor in that seminar, the difficulties that the system puts in front of those people, people who should be the priorities for getting benefits from the state to help them deal with the challenges of life, are being excluded by all the bureaucratic hurdles and delays and discrimination against them. We're going to cut out all of that. We're going to make sure that persons with disabilities are treated with respect and given priority when it comes to social programs. And we're going to set up a $1 billion National Disabilities Fund to help them with their assistive aids, to help build sidewalks where the wheelchairs can travel, and to generally make life much easier for them, and we'll replenish it every year. Coming to the creative industries, we know enough youths in Jamaica full of talent when it comes to creativity. Whether it be the music, whether they be a DJ or a singer, whether they be a sound engineer, or whether it be the internet, there can be an influencer, a YouTuber, a TikToker. There could be an artist painting beautiful paintings. They could be making crafts out of wood or pottery out of clay. We are going to establish a $1 billion fund to promote the creative industries so that the youths who go into that line of work can get a bus with the help of funding from that grant, from that fund. And we'll replenish it every year because Brand Jamaica is built on the creative output of our people. And it is that the whole tourism industry relies on. And that is why we have our respect around the world, because of our creative brilliance. From our musicians through to our food that we produce, right through the range of creative expression. And the PNP wants to bring the creative industries into the center of our economic planning and our economic development, because that is where the people will find the benefit of their creative expression being a source of income and uplifting to them in their individual lives. And all of this and all our plans to uplift the people of this country depend on government, with the people having trust and confidence in the government. Because we want the people to support our programs, and the people will support our programs if they believe that we're approaching our work with a conscience, with clean hands, and a pure heart, with integrity, in other words, and being accountable for what we do. That is why we're going to support impeachment legislation. So if an MP is ever seen again, caught on video, beating up a woman with a stool in a car park, bad, impeachment must reach that MP so he can be held accountable for his wrongdoing and bringing his office into disrepute. That's why we're going to adjust the gag clause in the Integrity Commission Act. Because right now, there are 10 MPs under investigation for illicit enrichment, which is a serious corruption offense. And the only one that we're aware of is the Prime Minister himself, who is still under investigation. But the others, we don't know who. And they're going to be an election soon. And so no doubt all of them may be candidates, and people don't even know that they're voting for somebody who's under investigation for illicit enrichment. That is wrong. So we're going to amend the guard clause to put a better balance between protecting people's reputations and protecting the public interest in transparency. We're going to ensure that government is accountable and that government delivers the services and programs for the people, using all the resources that the people have made available to government through tax, without siphoning off funding for cronies and friends and company, like what has been going on. When you have a drill, a medical drill for surgery, that Bustamante Hospital needs, its market price is between 3 and 4 million. Yet the government is buying that drill from a company, which 80% of the shares are owned by a JLP MP, and paying over $30 million for that drill. That difference between the real value and what is being paid is money that could have bought the CAT scan. That is they don't have no CAT scan machine at Bustamante. If the child needs a diagnostic test using a CAT scan, they have to send the child to public. And it is corruption that is causing those things. That's why it's a serious business. And when you see them import 110 old bus, over 10 years old, and we see how those buses are operating on the road, every day we see videos of what is going on. And there's $1.4 billion we're told to buy those old buses, when we know that the value of those buses, and we've even seen some of the invoices, is not near that, not even a tenth of that price. We say that has to be investigated, and we will ensure it is investigated. There must be full transparency over that transaction, because we're not in a hanky-panky when it comes to the children of Jamaica. And I want to say, we are blood and fire comrades. We approach the politics with passion. We approach the politics with full commitment. But the word is love. We not deal with violence. We're not afraid of nobody, but we not deal with violence. That's why you can have a sea of thousands of comrades. And look at the sign right there on that pole, and we not trouble it. We not molest that. Because we say democracy reign. Everybody can express themselves, including by billboards. We need not violence or any intimidatory tactics. And I'm going to ask the Prime Minister and the others who follow him on the other side, stop saying things, inflammatory things which you know are not true. In Central Kingston, there have been a couple of incidents of shooting. The police have not said that any political motivation was involved. Our intelligence suggests strongly otherwise. Gang conflict in a community, which is a predominantly JLP area. The second one. And the first one had nothing to do with politics either. Yet, the Prime Minister or Tufton coming out and insinuating that it's political violence, as if they want to set up a pretext for some kind of reprisal against us. Leave those talk alone. That doesn't help Jamaica move forward. Let us have a peaceful election. Let the people's voice be heard loud and clear. And when the trumpets sound tomorrow, and we know the date, we are ready to take it to them. Our plans and our programs are going to uplift this country and take it to another level. And we have more to tell you. Just listen out for our manifesto. We want the voice of the people to be heard. We will respect the decision of the people. But in my heart, I know the people want change. The people are tired of this wicked and uncaring government. The people are tired of the stagnant economy with the Minister of Economic Growth not delivering any growth, being the Prime Minister himself who can't be certified. The people want change. And I'm on Marky G, Mark Jefferson Golin, and the team I have with me of some brilliant comrades. We are going to deliver that change. The people of Jamaica will make their choice. And I say to you tonight, when you make your choice, I want you to put the X squarely beside the head. If you're in East Portland, Isaac Buchanan, West Portland, Doreen Campbell, are you ready, Portland? Are you ready, Portland?